Let's do another king and queen one. This is another Zugzwang. So I call this Zugzwang number 2. Again, the idea is trying to find forced moves which hurt your opponent's position. Now, black is ahead by 2 pawns. It looks for sure like they're going to win. But the problem is sometimes your own pieces can get in the way of protecting your king. And this king and queen here are in not a good position. If it was black's turn to move, they'd win. They'd play queen g3 check. They can move the king over. But anytime the king is on the frame, it's going to be very dangerous. Here's how we know that this king is in trouble. 1, 2 squares are taken away. And 2 more squares are taken away by his own piece. So the only square that that king can go to out of the 5 possible squares he touches is g5. So even though black's ahead by 2 pawns, his own pieces are cramping his king. So king safety is the most important thing in chess, even more than material, even more than having more pieces. All right, first move, check. Well, there are 2 ways to block. He can push with the pawn, or he can block with the queen. Let's look at pushing with the pawn. If he pushes with the pawn, we give him another check. He can't move, right? Because that pawn that moved just took away his last square. He has to block, and that's checkmate. We win. So what's the other option? Well, he can block with his queen. Be careful now if you play queen f2 check, right? If you bring your queen down here to check him, he can get away to this square, okay? So we don't want that. Okay. Oops. Oh, not again. Okay. So try to find checkmate in 2 or 3. In fact, it may take you a couple moves, but try to find a way not to let the king out. In fact, it's going to be a little more than 2. It might be 3 or 4. But the idea of Zugzwang, the idea of trapping him in so that there's nowhere for him to go. Let's see if you can do it. Okay, Nicholas said queen to d4. That checks the king and forces the queen to block. That's true. Let's see if he's right. He is. Now, if the queen goes to f4, the queen can take the queen. So he's going to play queen g4 to keep his queen safe. So this is a simple yes or no question. Should you take the queen? Yes or no? Tell me in the chat. So far, all no's. Somebody said yes. Okay. No. Okay, here's the problem, right, guys? If you take the queen, uh-oh, now you don't have any pieces left. And that pawn's going to go on and promote to a queen in a couple more moves. Not good. So remember, recognize you're down by 2 pawns. Your queen is the most important attacking piece. Okay. Cool move here, though. This move, believe it or not, is not a check. This move is going to be a move which forces a Zugzwang, which forces our opponent into a position where every move they make will be a losing move. Okay? So please give it a try. It's not easy, but give it a try. Okay? White's turn to move. A little difficult, but can you find a way? Oh, somebody found it there. Queen to e5. Okay, let's see what that move does. Oh, sorry, not e5, queen e3. What does that move do? Well, number 1, the king can't move. Everywhere the king tries to move is illegal, right? If the queen moves, well, where's she going to go? Right? Not many choices for her. If she moves away, that's checkmate. So not many choices. Queen moves away, checkmate, right? So what to do here? Well, they could push the pawn. and then we give a check. They're forced to take it, mate. So let's go back. Anything else they can do? King can't move away. Queen can't stay along the G file, right? If the queen moves anywhere else, we'll come here with checkmate. She comes here, we'll take her. All right, checkmate. Let's see why queen e5 didn't work though, because that looks good too. Maybe because it allows queen f3. That's why. Okay. So looked good, but queen e3 wins the game. Okay. All right. Let's go.